Who do you think you are? So that is the question for today. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me going across Johannesburg, showing you how beautiful of a city it is, how safe it is here, and how much I'm loving it here. And most importantly, I've been talking to you about success, what it is, and how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And so, if you're new to the channel, success, defined by Earl Nightingale, is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. And nothing is more worthy than really knowing who you are. And so, the reason why I'm asking this is like, this actually came to me during load shedding. Like, even though a lot of people look at it as a bad thing, sometimes there's some good things that can happen in load shedding. This video is one of them. And I was watching this Bob Proctor clip. It was one of the shorts. And he was talking about, it was an old segment of his where he was talking about, who are you? And it really stood out to me because one of the things that he said was how if someone asks, who are you? We've been taught to respond, my name is, or, this is my hand. Like things are supposed to be us. It's supposed, but we refer to physical things or things that was given to us by other people because he said, your first and last name, those are two words that were given to you by your parents. It's not who you are. And he said, one of the things that because of this issue, that we're pretty much locked into a physical world. And this is what he meant by it. He said, we are spiritual creatures with an intellect living in a physical body. So when we say my name is, and as in identifying who we are, that's not really identifying who we are. We're just, that's more of a possession. Like, this is what I possess. This is what I call myself. And as I kept listening to this over and over again, I started realizing, then he said, I am. And when he said I am, it took me back to other books that I've been reading where they say, that is the God command. Like when you use the words I am, you are literally sending out a frequency to the universe to bring exactly back what you want. And then I started really breaking it down and thinking about it from a perspective of how did I used to use the words I am before I became the person I was. And some of the words that I wrote down was I am fat, I am sick, I am tired, I am dumb, I am stupid, I am poor. And I was using all of these words to describe myself, and looking back at each and those times of my life when I know I was using those words, I was reflecting that. And now when I start looking at the words that I use for myself, like I'm healthy, I am happy, I'm wealthy, I am whole, like I use those words and I'm living a better life, like even when everything around me is not where I want to be. And so I really want to challenge you, like, what words are you using the words I am for? Because I think when we're saying I am, that is when we're really describing us. And we may want to start being cautious of that. Like, it reminds me of the book, The Four Agreements, that I read, where it said one of the ways to truly become a better person and be the person that you want to be is you start looking at every different identity and label that you give yourself. And as I've been doing that practice over the last 5 years, one of the things that I've noticed is no matter what label or identity I used to hold on to, the thing that I put in it, but put on top of it first was I am. And now that I started changing those labels and really focusing on how I say I am to myself, I see my life changing, man. Like it's really crazy. Like when if you read The Alchemist, how they talk about the signs. Like literally just yesterday, I was able to see the sign. Like right as I was seeing it, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like it was really amazing seeing that. And this comes from doing positive mental acceleration, like the positive mental attitude and all that stuff. Like it's no joke, man. Like it's very easy to be negative in this world, and it's very easy to think lesser of ourselves. Like so many people, when they hear my story of how I changed my health or how I was able to lose so much weight and why I'm plant based and things like that, they feel like amazed, like, oh wow, you're special. But the truth is, like, they have is just much power in them to do the same things I've done. Like, all they have to do is just start changing what they're putting behind I am. And so, just really want to challenge you on that. This is going to be another short video. Like, let me know how you liking this shorter content. Sometimes I feel like I'm like really, really ramming it in. Like I'm not really expressing things long enough. So let me know if it's coming out in good bite-sized nuggets, or if you want me to stretch it out a little bit more and just go a little bit more into detail, or do a little bit more storytelling behind some of this. But so let me know. That's the thing about sharing videos and commenting and everything, man. Like, it's a community. We're all growing together. We're all learning better. Like, as I'm learning this content and sharing it with you, and when you let me know, like, hey, Jason, do this a little bit, or talk a little bit more about that, it's helping me learn a better way to present it to you. Like, this is the beautiful thing about living in this world that we live in now. Everybody comes of value, and everyone has a place to play. Like, let's just keep it positive, keep it loving, and keep it growing. And so make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That way you can see videos like this that's uploaded every day. And then just remember, guys, I'm Jason. Success is simple once you know how.